Hello, everyone, and welcome to Connect News. My name is Minerva, and these are today's top news. Sheikh Bandar bin Abdulaziz, in the Hajj Sermon, urged people to follow Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him's teachings regarding pandemics, saying that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, had asked people to not go to an area where there is a plague. The Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, said that people should not go out of the area where the plague has spread, and people from other areas should not go there. The Sheikh said as the pilgrims performed Hajj under coronavirus restrictions. In the sermon, Sheikh Bandar urged Muslims to establish equality, eliminate enmity, and hatred amongst each other. He also asked everyone to forgive one another for the sake of Allah. The Imam of the Grand Mosque said that Hajj is the fifth pillar of Islam and urged those who can to take the holy journey and complete it. Thousands of face-masked pilgrims performing Islam's annual Hajj pilgrimage gathered on Mount Arafat on Monday to atone for their sins, expressing hopes for peace and an end to the COVID-19 pandemic. Saudi Arabia, home to Islam's holiest sites in Mecca and Medina, has barred worshippers from abroad for a second year running and has restricted entry from within the kingdom under special conditions to guard against the coronavirus and its new variants. Only 60,000 Saudi citizens and residents aged 18 to 65 who have been fully vaccinated or recovered from the virus and do not suffer from chronic diseases are selected for the rite, a once-in-a-lifetime duty for every able-bodied Muslim who can afford it. In previous years, more than 2 million pilgrims used to cover Mount Mercy on the plains of Arafat, sitting close to each other in the scorching heat of the desert city of Mecca, carrying umbrellas and fans to keep cool as temperatures rose towards 40 degrees Celsius. This year, pilgrims dressed in white robes signifying a state of purity had to observe social distancing and wear face masks on Mount Arafat. India was among a number of countries using an Israeli company's spyware in attempted and successful hacks of smartphones belonging to journalists, government officials, and human rights activists around the world. At least one number once used by Prime Minister Imran Khan was on the India list, according to an investigation by 17 media organizations published on Sunday. The extent of the spyware, Pegasus, use was reported by the Washington Post, The Guardian, and other news outlets who collaborated on an investigation into a data leak. According to the Post, more than 1,000 phone numbers in India appeared on the surveillance list, while hundreds were from Pakistan, including the one PM Imran once used. However, the Post did not specify whether the surveillance attempt on PM Imran's number was successful. Indian investigative news website reported that 300 mobile phone numbers used in India, including those of government ministers, opposition politicians, journalists, scientists, and rights activists, were on the list. The numbers included those of more than 40 Indian journalists from major publications. Reacting to the revelations, Federal Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Fawad Chaudhry, said he was extremely concerned by the reports. Unethical policies of Modi government have dangerously polarized India and the region. Federal Human Rights Minister Shri Malwari also addressed the development and said Part 2 of the report on how the Indian government had spied on its own ministers was expected today. The Indian government denied in 2019 that it had used the malware to spy on its citizens after WhatsApp filed a lawsuit in the United States against NSO, the Israeli company producing the spyware, accusing it of using the messaging platform to conduct cyber espionage. Rainwater pours down at Islamabad airport as false ceilings collapse. Following the latest round of downpour in the twin cities of Islamabad and Rawalpindi on Monday, rainwater entered the Islamabad International Airport, causing its false ceiling to collapse partially. The rainwater poured down from the ceilings above several counters, including immigration, and caused computers and other equipment to malfunction. Civil Aviation Authority staff stood by helplessly as parts of the ceiling came crashing down due to the weight of the water. However, officials said that airport operations were not suspended and work continued as usual. They added that repair work was underway and would be completed soon. The officials expressed the hope that such incidents would not happen again. This is not the first time that the gleaming Islamabad airport has been damaged by rain. A major portion of the false ceiling at the airport's international departure collapsed during a downpour in August 2020. Heavy leakage of water was observed in the hall after that incident, but no one was injured. The design of the outer ceilings is such that it allows for entry and circulation of air in areas where there is no air conditioning. During high-speed winds, we sometimes encounter with such a situation. Aviation Division spokesman, Senior Joint Secretary Abdulsattar Khokar said at the time. An inquiry into the leakage was later ordered. The airport, which was built at a cost of Rs 105 billion, became operational in May 2018. Hardly 7 months into its completion, a number of incidents, such as the collapse of the false ceiling, choking of sewage lines, and presence of stinking water in offices occurred since the airport became functional. Advisor to the Sindh Chief Minister Murtaza Wahab on Monday warned that the COVID-19 situation in Karachi had become very dangerous, alarming, and concerning ahead of the upcoming Eid al-Adha holiday. Addressing a press conference in Karachi, the advisor noted that the city's positivity rate had increased to 23.12% in the last 24 hours when it was 8.5 to 9% 10 days ago. He said COVID-19 SOPs weren't followed by people after the Sindh government relaxed restrictions, which led to the positivity increase. Now, Eid al-Adha is coming, and it is a very dangerous, alarming, and concerning situation in Karachi, he added. He called upon the public to follow SOPs for your own benefit and get vaccinated. The government doesn't want that there is strictness and we impose restrictions again, because when we do, then sometimes the PTI says something and sometimes the MQM does. But no one thinks about doctors, health workers, and hospitals. Wahab said that people were falling ill in large numbers, turning towards hospitals and getting hospitalized, adding that the situation is again developing to a dangerous extent. Reiterating the need for everyone to get inoculated, the advisor said vaccines were present in ample numbers. Without vaccinations, he said the government would be forced to take strict decisions. If the numbers become more dangerous and there is no longer space left in hospitals, then the citizens will face the loss. We all need to understand the dangers of COVID-19 irrespective of politics on the basis of humanity, support our government, follow SOPs, adopt social distancing, and wear masks, Wahab stressed. He also cautioned against sowing disunity and misinforming people about COVID-19, saying they should be informed about its reality and the ways to protect against it. Wahab also hit out at the federal government for opening travel for tourism to the northern areas, saying it was the reason for the surge in coronavirus cases in Gilgit and other places. Thank you for watching the news. Please listen and share with others. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Bye.